Well, as we've been reporting, authorities in Brazil are scrambling to grapple with the current mosquito threat. But there are some medical officials who think insects may actually not be to blame for the Zika crisis after all. A researcher in Brazil has said she observed cases of microcephaly long before any Zika virus had been detected in that country. Well, for more on this, we're reaching out to Dr. Glenn Armstrong. He is an infectious diseases expert at the University of Calgary. He joins us now to help sort out what scientists know for sure and what we should do while they try to learn more about the Zika virus. Dr. Armstrong, thank you for joining us. Now, we've heard reports that suggest that there is this link, or at least a relationship, between the Zika virus and microcephaly in newborns, but now people are talking about other evidence that may suggest otherwise. What can you tell us about these other findings?
Well, actually, the other findings aren't that surprising, Michael, because microcephaly has been around for a long time, and long before Zika virus. So it's not just Zika virus that causes this. There are other causes for microcephaly as well, and we know that in Brazil, prior to Zika virus, they had a baseline rate of microcephaly in newborn babies. Long before the Zika virus. So really the connection between Zika virus and microcephaly right now is it's all circumstantial evidence. We really don't have yet any hard data to show that there is a direct link between a Zika virus infection and microcephaly in newborns.
So if not the Zika virus causing this microcephaly or these cases of microcephaly, what are the other potential causes here?
Well, the other fecal alcohol syndrome can be another cause. Drug use or overuse can be another cause. Even environmental pollutants that are linked to birth defects can be another cause. And then there's probably a human genetic component that's involved in this as well. So it's really quite complex how microcephaly occurs, and there's more than just one cause for this condition.
So how do scientists go about proving or trying to find the actual cause of these latest cases of microcephaly?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty difficult chore in this particular case, because like I say, all of the evidence so far is circumstantial, and what we need to get actually hard evidence. And I know that scientists right now when a baby is born with microcephaly, are analyzing serum samples from the mom and the baby, and to see if there's evidence of a Zika virus infection in the mother. But the problem there is that they're only analyzing samples from babies that are born with microcephaly. They're not really analyzing a lot of samples from babies that are born normally, say, in Brazil, to look if there's evidence for Zika virus there as well. So, if they find the same number of babies born healthy without microcephaly, in mothers that are infected with the virus as babies that are born with microcephaly and Zika virus infection, then that really sort of throws a whole damper on the theory that Zika virus itself is causing the microcephaly.
Now, as you described that, though, Dr. Armstrong, it seems to me that would take some time before we could get that type of conclusive evidence to see what is causing the spike in microcephaly.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. The other thing, too, is there are all sorts of conflicting reports that are coming out on this whole issue. I'm aware of some data that's coming out of Colombia. Colombia is experiencing an explosive epidemic of Zika virus, as well as Brazil, but apparently Colombian health authorities are not noticing a huge increase in the number of babies born with microcephaly. Also, there's some questions about the rate of microcephaly or the incidence of microcephaly in Brazil before the Zika virus epidemic. And there's some data suggesting that it was perhaps the rate of microcephaly in Brazil before the Zika virus was a lot higher than was previously reported, in which case the spike that we're seeing now with the Zika virus infection may not be as great as we think it is.
So, and we're running out of time here, so I do want to ask this quickly, though. The focus now seems to be, even with the World Health Organization, this focus on trying to find some type of vaccine against the Zika virus. Does this mean to say that effort is a bit of a waste of time?
Well, it's sort of hard to say. I mean, I guess the only thing I can say about that is it's probably not a bad idea to invest some research time and money into coming up with a vaccine because, you know, it's still early days and things could change depending on, you know, the data that comes out of further investigations.
Dr. Armstrong, I so appreciate your time and your insight. That is Dr. Glenn Armstrong, an infectious diseases expert speaking to us from Calgary.